I got a daughter now, so things are good, you know?
When are we going to see you on a cover of NBA 2K?
By 2K27.
Okay, I like that.
Let's do it.
Are you ready to go get my team card? Let's see how it turned out. Let's go.
For those of you who joined us for our inaugural 2K TV Tuesday event, thank you for helping us make it a huge success. We were there competing and checking out all the action, and you all rocked it. But there was one that stood out above the rest. The 2K TV Tuesday MVP goes to XX Dowski, who won 98 games during our event. Congratulations! Keep it up, and we'll see you for more event action in 2K23.
It's your boy Dan Rue. Many of you guys know me from doing dances throughout the few years. They put my jump shot in the game like 2 years ago, so everybody uses my jump shot because it's wet. Don't be jealous. Is your jump shot in the game?
No.
Exactly.
Professor, what do you think of NBA 2K23 so far?
It was dope. Right away looking at it, you could see the graphic upgrades. You know, like sometimes in the past people be like, oh, it's 2K, it's always pretty good, but like this one was exceptional. Right when I looked at it, I had like double take. I'm like, this is a real game? Like.
So you're getting scanned today. How excited are you about that?
I'm super excited because A, now I get to play as myself in the game, and I'm gonna start playing more than I do normally. And then B, I have history with 2K. So from 2K7 to 2K12, we did a lot of like the signature moves for a lot of like the NBA All-Stars and stuff like that. So to come back here and be in collaboration is awesome.
The game is actually really smooth. I like it. They slowed it down a little bit. It's more realistic. Until I get in the park and I max out 99 overall, we're gonna see what really happens.
Corey, we're here at NBA 2K23 Summer League. How's your Summer League been thus far?
It's dope so far. I just landed, kind of came straight into this.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting New York Knicks. Evan Fournier. Mitchell Robinson. Julius Randle. Garrett Rose. RJ Barrett. Let's meet the star for your Detroit Pistons. Corey Joseph. Isaiah Stewart. Marvin Bagley III. Hamidou Diallo. Michael Jordan. finals for your Detroit Pistons.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Chris Webber. Allie LaForce joins us as well. And to look at the starters for the Knicks. Barrett plays the small forward with Randall in at the 4. Evan Fournier is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Robinson in at the 5. And for Detroit, Amadou Diallo out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Jordan in at the 2-guard spot. And 2 conference rivals facing off here. Grant, what were some of your fiercest rivalries at the NBA level?
You know, when I was in Detroit, it had to be the Hawks, and I think probably the Bulls. I think the Bulls were everybody's rival in the Eastern Conference back then. And then, of course, in Phoenix, we had some real battles with the Lakers.
And it's the Pistons to start out. There's the 3. Nails it from 3.
More than capable of knocking down that shot. He's not shy.
Knocks it loose. Lets it go from deep. And the Pistons, another 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Outside Fournier. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Outside Fournier. Bagley with it. Picked up by Fournier. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Bagley controls the rebound and the putback. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Detroit.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
One thing I've also noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off turnovers.
Grant's checked in for the Pistons. Cunningham comes in for Jordan. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And it's no surprise.
Quickly from outside. Knocks down the long J.
Nothing like 3 points right off the inbound. They make that happen fast. Not sure the D was set up for it.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. He's off on that one. And so it's the Detroit Pistons continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And a first-time All-Star in 2021. For Julius Randle, his newfound confidence shooting from outside unlocked the rest of his game.
It's really just all about just me getting into my shot quick and just, everything with my shot. It starts with my base and my feet, my footwork. And that's really all it is, making sure I have a strong base. I'm using my legs, just getting into my shot with speed. It's always fun to get back to that.
Getting that power from the legs, Grant.
Yeah, that's important launching from deep. For shooters, there's usually that one thing they key in on, and that's his.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Boy, the Pistons have been rolling along.
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
They've got Cunningham. Marvin Bagley is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Jeremy Grant, and it's Jordan in at the 2. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And he makes all 3.
They've been knocked down from the line this quarter, trying to build out their lead.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Pass to Reddish for three. And the Knicks, another three.
They get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up, though.
From deep, Jordan. The Knicks with the rebound. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they crossed that line.
I mean, and there's really no excuse for it. They know they need to play more in control. I appreciate the aggression, but that's already a second foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
Here's Reddish. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well.
From outside the arc. Gets the three ball to go. Jordan's got 14 points for the game.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Pass to Randall. Here's Reddish. Knocked away. Here we go. Second quarter basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. And again, the Knicks missing. Detroit has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight.
And he's really silencing all the haters. Randall has become a guy who can run the offense through time and time again. And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Now here's Quickly. In his last outing, 16 points for him. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. And Randall effectively became a point center starting last year.
And Coach put him in spots where he can make easy reads. So Randall knows exactly when to attack and when to look for a teammate.
He was hoping to avoid a third foul before the break. Now he might have to sit out until halftime.
For the Knicks, Robinson, he's checked in for Toppin. Fournier comes in for Barrett. And Rose is subbed in for Quickly.
Well, Rose will generate points in any situation. Here he does it by feeding a wide open man.
4-3. And Jordan is good for 3. Jordan's got 12 points now in the quarter.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. He's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Launches a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Now here's Jordan. He's covered closely. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. New York has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. The shot by Fournier, no good. Detroit has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. From the arc. And Jordan is good for 3. Jordan's got 23 points.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Randall outside. Rose with it. Diallo picks him up. From the stripe, here's Reddish. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Detroit has gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Detroit.
And he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
The basket looks as big as the ocean right now. I mean, that's how easy he's making it look. That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about shooting.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Pistons on top, opening up a huge gap. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau. Coach, I saw you getting into your team. What's been the problem?
We're playing a low-energy game. We got to get into the ball. Our ball pressure has to be a lot better. Got to challenge shots, and we're playing low energy on offense.
Energy goes a long way. Good luck getting that up in the second half.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. From the get-go, it was Detroit who came out strong. A smoldering performance for them early as they shut down everything defensively and were clicking on offense, going 10-0 to start. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
The work they put in on the glass has been the difference maker. Truly an all-hands-on-deck attack. Give them credit for being the more aggressive team. Rebounding is one of the stats that sometimes gets overlooked, but not tonight.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, with the way they struggle to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And there's a 10-second limit on free throw routines, but we see some players ask for time before they get the ball. Grant, do you think that should count as part of their time?
BA, I don't see why not. I mean, it's about keeping the game moving. So asking the ref to hold the ball longer, not exactly compatible.
So on the floor for New York, Fournier the 2, Barrett at the small forward. Inside we have Randall and Robinson, and it's Rose in at the 1.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Jordan, following the bucket by the Knicks. Drains the triple. Jordan's got 29.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
New York has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Rose, the pass to Fournier. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan. One thing about Derrick Rose that's never changed over the years, Grant, is his ability to come through in the clutch. When a big basket is needed, he's the guy you want on the court.
Well, how many times have we seen it? End of game situation, Rose in an isolation set. And even against a double team, he finds a way to shake free and get the bucket. As dependable as it gets when the pressure's on.
Great recognition from Randall, seeing an opportunity to rise and fire and making use of it.
Fournier against Jordan. From outside, off the mark. New York has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. Inside. And a big finish by Robinson.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know, the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one. All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Now a timeout called by New York. And Chris, you had great success playing in a small market, but there's a growing concern with stars gravitating to the coast that the small market teams are facing too much of an uphill climb.
Yeah, there's a lot of importance.
Shooting for New York, Evan Fournier.
The free throw is off from Fournier. Detroit has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. 30 seconds left in the third. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, PA. Unbelievable.
Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. And there's another one for the Pistons.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher, and his coach knows that too.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Quickly finds Robinson, and stolen by Stewart. Here's Jordan. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And so it's Detroit with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. Back to the game after this break. And we take a listen in now to Tom Thibodeau on a recent huddle.
Hey, you got to keep working the game now. Let's get it inside 10. They'll keep firing. Run them off that line. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Wanting to chip away at this lead, but Coach Thibodeau, a big group substitution here for New York. Fires the three. Knocks it down from distance. Jordan's got 42 in the game.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Oh, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this.
Isaiah Stewart out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's Amadou Diallo. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. He drops it from range.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Pistons.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams. This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Let's go with a three. He got it again! Sensational! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, they played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the steals to prove.
I'll tell you something else. The points they've scored on the fast break tonight have been a major factor.
Down low. Here's Rose. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
Tipped away. Yet another steal from him.
The steals don't end with him, and now he has a good look at the season record.
The instincts and tenacity he's shown on the defensive end all year is awe-inspiring.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
The three is up. And another one!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. And it's good! He hits another one! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
To BA, it feels like he can't miss.
So we see the Pistons taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
visiting Detroit Pistons. At guard, Corey Joseph. At center, Isaiah Stewart. Forward, Marvin Bagley. At forward, Amadou Diallo. At guard, Michael Jordan. The head coach of the visiting team, Dwayne Casey.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're about to get started with some Saturday NBA action brought to you by 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Good evening, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets have focused on the work, and they let the results follow. Kyrie Irving says it's a privilege to go out there and perform after you prepare with your brothers. So we just want to stay collectively aligned on the same goal. Hold each other accountable, be consistent, and have fun doing it. Kevin, I am having fun doing this broadcast.
I am so glad we are teammates, DA, and they are a fun team to watch. David, thank you. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. And, of course, Brooklyn.
And seeing where the Nets are, they're placing themselves right among the league's top teams here in the early start. It doesn't look to me like they're in any danger of getting off to a slow start.
They've eliminated that possibility in my eyes. I mean, they've come together quickly, and I think they're going to be right in the playoff mix all season.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. They've got Corey Joseph, Diallo out there with Marvin Bagley. And it's Michael Jordan, and it's Stewart in at the 5, home in the paint. And for the Nets, the small and power forwards are Harris and Durant. Curry is out there with Irving, and it's Drummond in at center. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
And it's such a great feeling to come out strong, but it's hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strength.
Jordan really confident rising up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he sinks these outside jumpers.
Not nabbing another steal.
His march towards history continues with that steal.
Well, Greg, now he is tied for the most steals in a season. You can't begin to describe his impact on defense.
And we know just how big steal number 300.
And another steal for him.
And remember that steal, folks. History has been made.
GA, he now stands #1 all-time for most steals in a season. A simply sensational year.
Every game he's come up with steal after steal, and now he owns the top spot on the steals list all time, wiping out the previous record of 301 set back in 1986. And here on the road, he's playing the villain role to perfection, robbing and stealing with reckless abandon.
Like he's done all season, one of the best pickpockets in league history.
Really hard to appreciate the scope and magnitude of what he's done this year on defense. The number of steals he's racked up, crazy.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pushing it up. Jacks up a three. And another three for Detroit. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Grant is checked in for Bagley.
Jeremy Grant.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, much respect for the defensive Jordan. I mean, he gives his all on this end of the floor. I mean, fantastic. Getting his hands up to block shots.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And the dunk by Jordan.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
On the wing, Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
He dialed that one up from long distance. Jordan's got 21 in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
Some changes for Brooklyn. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Drummond. And Simmons subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Then for the Pistons, Pasechnik's checked in for Stewart. Redick comes in for Diallo. And it's Cunningham in for Corey Joseph. And a wide open look for Jordan. And another three for Detroit.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
So for the net.
Substitutions on the court.
There's 1:26 left to play in the first half. Irving finds Simmons. Durant against Grant. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Pistons ball.
Pasechnik's checked in for Detroit.
Under Pasechnik.
Here's Jordan. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. They've got Drummond. Irving is out there with Seth Curry. Then it's Simmons. And it's Durant in at the 3. So that's the Nets 5. Knocks it loose. Here's Irving, and it's blocked. Jordan against Curry. Lets it go from deep. And another three for Detroit.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
A shot's good from Irving.
Good awareness by Simmons. He's so good at reading the defense and finding the shooter and setting him up perfect.
Jordan with it. He's picked up by KD. Launches it. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome. One of the best dunkers this game has ever seen.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one. And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter. It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Sinks the triple. Curry's got 9.
Well, you got to be conscious of Curry's whereabouts in these situations now, because he loves the back-at-you triple.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so is Detroit, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Dwayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Right out of the gates, it was Detroit setting the tone. Seemingly flawless as the game got underway. They were knocking down shots and playing tough defense as they went on a 13-0 run. Their confidence continued as they ended up leading still by a huge margin at the end of one. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
They were in such a groove that entire first half, especially on the offensive end. Good play calling, good execution, and by and large, they take great shots.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Definitely they need to get out on the three-point shooters and contest. The deep ball is killing them. This is what happens when the other team identifies your weakness and just keeps hammering on it.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Corey Joseph is out there with Jordan. Then there's Marvin Bagley. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. And it's Stewart in at the center, locking down the middle.
Efficiency personified there. Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
Brooklyn's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. And in 2021, we saw Tim Duncan enter the Hall of Fame with others. You think of his iconic bank shot, and Clark, why don't more players, you think, perfect that shot?
Well, you know what? Shots that are that iconic are really hard to master. So I think some legends have just perfected something that few others can master in the same way. That's part of it. And then the other part of it is that the game is so different now. It's a three-point shooting game. You don't necessarily need a signature shot. If you can shoot it from deep and drive it, then you can play in today's NBA.
And the Nets with possession here. Will it go? And it's blocked by Jordan. Shoots the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jordan's got 54 points.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Harris outside. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. Rebound by the Pistons.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw this game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Marcus Aldridge has checked in for Drummond. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And Thomas subbed in for Curry. And then for Detroit, Grant comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Diallo.
Well, when you watch MJ, Michael Jordan, the championship mentality is obvious. He gives his team everything he has to win games, and then some.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Thomas against Jordan. Out to Harris to end the run. And he's good on the three ball. Harris has got 12.
You know, like a lot of shooters, Harris prefers to release off a pass, catch and shoot, not the dribble.
And here's Jordan outside, and another one falls.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Here's Irving driving to the basket, and he comes up with the deuce. Irving's got his second bucket.
Slashing to the rim with so much precision and skill. Irving, nearly impossible to contain when he spots a lane and decides to drive.
Harris finds Thomas. 1:06 left to play here in the third. Takes a shot at the elbow, and there's Redick. That's good on the assist from Michael Jordan.
And guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
Well, you really put your defense in a tough spot. You compromise your defense when you fumble the ball away like that.
And Brooklyn making a change. Simmons is...
Substitutions on the court.
Aldridge out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Curry in at the three spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Curry passes to Simmons. Nobody near Irving. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
The shot's good from Jordan.
And when Jordan is in rhythm now, his pull-up game, deadly. Shoots it with such confidence.
Here's Irving. Now Simmons. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
So good.
Anything else you want to talk about 2K related?
I'm super excited for the new game. I love the covers. I love that like D-Book has his shoe like kind of like the focal point in it, and it says "Be Legendary," and I think he's a legend. Just signed like a crazy extension. I love like the women's cover. Love the Michael Jordan cover. You might see some circulate in the new game. Super excited for that, and yeah, like shout out to the whole 2K family, and thank you for always having me be a part.
What's up, guys? We're here with Danielle, and we are talking NBA 2K23. You recently got into the game since NBA 2K17. What are you excited about for this year's game?
Well, for the first time.
Motown, Detroit, Michigan. That's the setting for the Pacers. For the Pistons, they're playing with terrific focus to start the year. Their hard work from the summer is paying off. Pacers, Pistons, and we'll be right back for tip-off. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. Two NBA greats, Grant Hill and Steve Smith, our analysts tonight, with our reporter, Allie LaForce. I'm Brian Anderson. And a look now at the Detroit Pistons' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then Friday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And for that game against the Nuggets, they know just how important it is to see how they stack up against the top team in the West. I expect them to treat that one like a playoff game.
And now the Indiana Pacers starters. Miles Turner out there with Jabari Parker. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. Then it's T.J. Warren. And it's Brogdon in at the 2. And for the Pistons, Marvin Bagley is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Amadou Diallo. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Jordan in at the shooting guard. And every year, Grant, the officials seem to emphasize a different rule. You think it takes long for players to adjust?
You know, B.A., it depends on the rule and how strict they will call it. Things like the rip-through, hand-checking, those type of rules, they take some time to adjust.
Here's Brogdon. Detroit with a rebound. Stewart finds Jordan. Here's Stewart. Back to Jordan. Fires for 3. Drops in the 3.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The ball's knocked loose. Here he goes. Oh, and Turner with a block. Oh, and the fast break for the Pacers. Warren, the pass to Parker. Second shot opportunity. Shots blocked. Jordan against Brogdon. And the Pistons, another 3.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
An incredible fourth quarter response. It showed this team's character. I mean, they stunned everyone.
It's your Pistons mascot.
For the Pistons, Grant's checked in.
Substitution for the Pacers.
The Pistons leading. 3-pointer. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Jordan against Rubio. There's the triple. Another 3 for Detroit.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Healed on the wing. Will it go? Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
From deep, Jordan. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. The Pacers have gone 6 of 11 so far. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback. Ouch.
That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Duarte. Rebounded by the Pistons. And this matchup with the Pacers, their first meeting of the season.
And these two teams will face off against one another 4 times. It should be fun.
So you know each game they play will hold a lot of importance to both teams. The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Pistons ahead, up by 11. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
It looks like they're ready to run today, fellas. They keep getting out on the break whenever they can.
You know what else, guys? Defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight and turn them into points.
And so it's Detroit with it. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
What was beautiful, it was a tremendous game plan coming in. You saw the execution, and you saw the results.
Cunningham is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Marvin Bagley, and it's Pasechniks in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Detroit starting the second.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well. He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
You know, Cade Cunningham has proven he can get it done on offense. Now check this out. Back in college, he racked up 13 points in just 91 seconds of play.
Buries it from 3.
Ooh, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Now here's Hield. Really played well against Golden State in his last game. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Pistons. Cunningham's ability to find points really is impressive for him. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. From deep, Jordan. Good. He's taken 13 shots. He's drained 10 of them. Fantastic production.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pacers. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
There's 10 seconds left in the first half. To the left wing. Cortez shot is good. He's got 5.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
From deep. And there's Jordan on the assist by Cunningham.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
You know why? Success breeds confidence. And he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
And so it's Detroit, closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
All right, thanks so much. I'm here with Dwayne Casey. Coach, are you pleased with the aggression getting downhill?
Well, it's one thing we have to do. We have to play with some force, get to the basket, get to the paint. Our paint numbers are off the charts once we get the ball in the paint. And I thought that our guys did it tonight.
I hope they can stay in attack mode. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a nice 7-point lead. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
They made every possession count by limiting the mistakes. Very disciplined about protecting the ball and making the right play. If they keep this up, the lead should be safe. Don't get cocky and lose just because you're ahead.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
Well, don't get me started with their perimeter D. They're standing around flashing, not closing down on shooters quickly enough. The result is way too many open threes, and at halftime, the deficit, that couldn't be avoided.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Well, Grant, does it seem like teams are carrying fewer specialists than they used to?
You know, B.A., I actually think there's more specialists. I mean, think about it. You have certain players who can do everything, who are versatile, who can carry a team. But then you surround them and complement them with guys who can knock down open jump shots. So I actually think you have more specialists, a lot of them being shooters who can space the floor for their ball club.
Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. Malcolm Brogdon out there with Halliburton. Then there's Miles Turner. Then it's Jabari Parker. And it's Warren in at the 3 spot. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And it's out of bounds to Indiana. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it. And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Back to Halliburton. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. From deep, Jordan nails it from beyond the arc. Jordan's got 41.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Indiana's gone 5 of 6 from three-point land so far. Oh, they get a hand on it. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Takes the 3. Hits the three-pointer. Jordan's got 44.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Looks smart when the shots are going down.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Here's Brogdon. Ooh, rejected by Jordan.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Bagley finds Jordan. Driving to the...
Did you see that? I saw it.
Wow.
And he saw it.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
And we've got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails. They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot. And looking at Marvin Bagley, the talent is evident. A big man who can go out and get you a double-double any night. Plays with just an infectious energy, too. Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Gets the 3 to fall.
And every time you think he can't hit another,
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. When it comes to Bagley, one question mark I have is his health. And if he might be in... Oh, that was something else! Wow!
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And Parker throws it down.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Drills it from deep.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Good! Another from three. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
He is single-handedly carrying this team right now thanks to his terrific scoring performance so far in this game.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Drives to the hoop. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. They'll pin that one on Parker.
At the line for your Pistons, Michael Jordan.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Rubio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Smith outside. That's tipped. And now the Pistons in transition. And he dunks it down.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Jordan goes in.
He has taken it upon himself to score the ball as much as possible for his team. He's not looking to pass it right now.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Pistons ahead, delivering the blowout. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They've got Hayes, also J.J. Redick out there. And it's Magruder in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket. And the top pick in this year's draft, Cade Cunningham. Grant, I heard some insiders compare you to him. You like those comparisons?
Well, he's 6'8" with skill, sees the floor, I think approaches the game the right way. Maybe not the leaper I was, but tremendously talented, and I'm so eager to see how he develops. He's got a bright future in front of him.
From deep, Jordan on target from range.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Another one falls. Amazing.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Another one goes. Incredible.
Incredible. 81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire. Here's Jackson, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. He's feeling it. And good. There's another.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Rubio. Jackson, he's checked in for the Pistons. There's 10 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. From deep, Jordan sinks the tray.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching tonight's game. So long, everybody.